Hey, what's happening everyone? SirJames from Gamerfuzion.com, and today I'm here to give you guys another product review courtesy of GAMDIAS. Now keep in mind that I am not being paid to promote or sponsor these products at all. However, keep in mind is that they did send the products free of charge to give you guys my honest opinion. Now what exactly do we have here? Well, what we get is that we actually have a large combo pack here, which consists of the Hermes E1 mechanical gaming keyboard. We also have the Mentor E2 optical gaming mouse, and of course we also have a free mouse mat known as the NYX E1. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and kind of get started by going over one item at a time, starting with the mouse mat, mouse, and of course then we'll get straight to the keyboard itself. As stated, you'll get an instruction booklet, which is nicely detailed listing all the main features, key shortcuts, and all. Of course, we have the mouse mats, and gaming keyboard. Move this on over to the side here. We're going to go ahead and start with the mouse mat. Again, this is a free item out of the box, and it's actually quite small in size, but again, it's free, so you can't really complain about it. If you don't like the smaller mouse mats, do keep in mind is that they will release a much larger and wider version of this particular mouse mat, maybe with some extra designs as well. By overall size, it's basically consists of the size of two of my hands put together. That's really about it. Over here on the very bottom, you have the company logo. And as for the design on the mouse mat, it's basically the logo spread out throughout the entire thing. As for the mouse mat itself, of course, it does have a nice smooth surface for the top, and of course some grip to go along the bottom here. And that's pretty much about it. Now going over the mouse, again, this is the Mentor E2 optical gaming mouse, which is included in the box. As for the mouse itself, this has a DPI setting max of 3200. And pretty much what you can get here is that the mouse does light up with some color variations, which I'll show you in just a moment. You have two buttons here on the side. You also have your DPI button on the middle portion, your mouse wheel, which also clicks in left and right. And of course, you also have the right-hand side. As for the mouse itself, it is comfortable and easy to use, and therefore I've had no issues during my gaming sessions. Even with the maximum DPI of 3200, I pretty much saw no issues with that whatsoever. Now, of course, the mouse does come with a braided cable, and it is silver-plated on the very end. So to go ahead and show you guys the light-up features here. Here's the light up features for the mouse. It lights up on the very top, right here, in the mouse wheel. It also lights up on the left and right hand side, located right here. By pressing in the DPI settings, you could also change the color, which is kind of to indicate what DPI setting you're currently in. And of course, it's just going to face to the different colors it has, which is not too many, as you can see here. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the main highlight out of the package, of course, which is going to be the mechanical keyboard itself. Now, the mechanical keyboard comes in two different pieces. You have the main body piece here, and of course you also have the removable wrist rest. I find that the keyboard in terms of comfortness is much more easier to use when you have the wrist rest enabled. But before I reattach that, I just want to go over a few different things. First off, as a mechanical keyboard, you do have the option to remove the switches. So if you need to do some repairs, customizations, or you just want to kind of customize the keys, again, you could just remove them. It's easy to clean, and of course, just easy to kind of get to whatever it is that you need. Going to go ahead and put these back in. Now, usually when you have a mechanical keyboard, you sometimes will get like a nifty little plastic tool that will help you easily remove the keys, especially if there's a certain key that you want to remove instead of having to remove all the prior keys to get to it. All you have to do is to basically flip this around, and you're going to have a nifty little tool built in the back here, which of course you just take out, use, put it back in. Simple as that. And since we're on the back here, do keep in mind that you have an adjustable feet, which only has one setting, and which is a little bit of the lower end. You also have, of course, some grips down here located on both of the corners, and of course right here in the center. And you have a little bit of cable management, so if you want to run the cable on the right hand side or left hand side, you have that as an option as well. Now, of course, bringing the keyboard back around, as far as the cable goes, it is a braided cable with a silver plate at the very end. And of course, the keys do light up, which I'll show you guys in just a second. So next up, let me go ahead and show you guys the removable wrist rest. This is actually very easy to attach or detach. You have two adjustments here, which all you have to do is basically line up the two pieces. And it's easy as that. As for the keyboard itself, it is very comfortable to use. I find it's best used with the wrist rest. So if you choose not to use this as an option, again, you could do that, but I just find it best to use it with it. It took me about 5-10 minutes to kind of get adjusted to this particular keyboard because I was using something else in the meantime. But overall, its functionality works out great. I do like the little fine details that they've added. So for example, over here where it says WASD, which of course for PC gaming, that consists of the movement controls here, they actually have little arrows. But over here where the arrows are, it does say WASD. And of course, the keys do light up. And just plug this in really quick. And like so, you have some nice red LEDs, and red is the only option of color that you are going to get with this product. Now, when you do load up the software, you're going to get just a few basic options here. You're going to have some slight customization. You can't use the software with the mouse. However, as far as the keyboard goes, you do have some things that you can do for lighting effects. You have a responsive mode, so every time you press a key, the whole keyboard lights up for a fraction of a second. You can choose to disable that and just have no LEDs at all. You also have 3 levels of brightness from low, medium, and high. And of course, finally, you have a breathing effect, which you can change anywhere between 4 seconds, 6 seconds, and 8 seconds, where the keys are basically just going to pulse in and out, giving you that nice breathing effect. I think 4 seconds would be the best option if you go with that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. The keyboard, again, like I said, it's very comfortable to use. It's very nice and clicky, to kind of give you guys an example. Because again, nice, clicky, simple to use, heavy duty, and I think this is a great bundle overall to kind of get you started. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.